Hey guys, it's your girl Lilly and welcome back to the channel.
Think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fault. I be going hard. I'm breaking it.
Hi, it's your girl Lilly and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lilly. I post on here occasionally, and if you're returning watch subscriber, you know what it is. You know what it does. You know what it's doing. How are you guys doing today? Get into my hair. I did it by myself yesterday, which is actually kind of the premise of this video. Guys, tell me I'm pretty. If you don't tell me I'm pretty, you're anti-black. You're anti-black, you're anti-women. What else? You're anti-me, and that's not what we do on this channel. But anyway guys, I have been wanting to do this video for such a long time. I don't know why I've been procrastinating it, but I'm going to do a Q&A about me and my Loc journey. We're gonna chit chat, we're gonna give off some good advice, hopefully. So yeah, get your snacks, get your drinks. I know what if you know what this is, you know. If you know what this is, you know. If you don't know, forget about it. If you don't get it, forget about it. But guys, I asked you some questions. I asked you guys for some questions on my Instagram, and I'm going to be reading from my iPad. And you guys, one thing about you guys, you will pop off for your girl. Oh, I'm going to give you all your tins. When I get my bag, I'm taking you guys on vacation. Like, the people who replied here, oh, you need to turn it down. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, I just want to say some disclaimers, if you will. It's just really important that when people make these hair videos, or people would watch hair videos, especially one from me, that you guys know that I have really good hair genetics. So what may be good for the goose may not be good for the gander. What may be good for the gander may be good for the goose. I don't know. My mom used to use that phrase all the time, so I also use it. So I just have really good hair genetics, which is why my hair grows faster than maybe other people's hair. This was also a thing that would happen, like that thing that I noticed when I had my afro, still a common thing, and my locks, stuff like that. If you want to know my hair type, my curl type, I think that I have 4B. I've been told by people like my aunt who's done my hair, my best friend who's also like done my hair quite a number of times, that I have 4B and 4A, a combination of those depending on which side of my hair you're looking at. It's not like tight curl, it's a bit looser. My hair is very dense. I have a lot of hair, guys. I feel like you can even see from the I have a lot of hair, and it's thick, and my head is huge. So there's a lot going on here. I have about 63 locks, and I've completed 3 years of being locked. I'm going into my 4th year right now. Hold on, someone is calling me. Okay, someone was calling me. I just had to tell them that I'm recording. I'll get back to them. But let's get into these questions for real. So the first question I got, guys, my friends are so crazy, but I love them so much. Someone said, no questions, Zinhle and Umlika. Thank you, my babe. Pluck that tea. Did she lie? No. But yeah, I really worked hard on my locks. Okay, let me not say too hard. I put in an amount of effort into getting them and keeping them this way. So I do really love where they're going. I love where they're looking. I love how they look. I love the confidence that they give me. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that compliment. I love when people compliment me on my locks. So I'm like, oh my god, thanks. Because there really was a time where I was like, I think I messed up. I don't think this is for me. I don't know why I thought that, because all the women in my immediate family, my mom and my sister, have dreadlocks. So drama, yeah, guys. Anyway, cheers. Don't judge the cup that I'm holding. I don't have those specific glasses. I don't want to say what this is, because like I have family members who watch me. But you know what this is. I just don't have the specific glass for it. Maybe one day. The next question is, how's the maintenance? The maintenance for me is whenever I want it. I can go 3 months in between retwists. I can go 6 months in between retwists. I don't suggest doing that though. For my type, okay, first of all, before I answer this question, let me talk about the type of dreadlocks I have. I have regular dreadlocks. There are wicks, which is like thicker dreadlocks. There are freeforms. Think of like Jay-Z. Freeform dreadlocks are not maintained, but they're not manipulated in any way. These are manipulated. I've manipulated them right now into the style. This is like twisting, crocheting, interlocking. Those are all forms of manipulation for dreadlocks. So I've manipulated them into this, and you see the size of them. Okay, you can't really, but you see the size of them. This is like regular dreadlocks. This is like when people say, oh, I want dreadlocks, this is what they're probably thinking of. But you also have sister locks, which are like tiny, and then micro locks, which are even tinier. So for the maintenance for these ones, anything that I want, honestly, I do get them crocheted at least once a year, or sometimes once, sometimes twice. If I do twice, it's going to be every 6 months. If it's once, it's just going to be at the end of the year, and then I just retwist through like in between, or I'll do my own hair, I'll go get it done. But it's just, I'm more of a retwist girl, and then sprinkle in some crocheting every now and again. So that's what the maintenance is. Also, maintenance outside of salons: keep your hair moisturized. People love to think that dreadlocks are a no maintenance hair. There are a low maintenance, not a no maintenance hairstyle. You still have to oil your scalp, you still have to moisturize your hair and make sure it's good, because that's why you guys are really complaining that your locks aren't growing. Yeah, how is any hair supposed to grow when your scalp isn't clean? Let's start there. Exactly. Are locks for everyone? Yes. This is coming from somebody who genuinely thought that I made the biggest mistake ever, because they looked so crazy to me in the beginning. You're gonna look bad at some point because your hair, it's budding, it's locking, it's not gonna be cute. Stick with it. Patience. You know that meme was told me, patience. I think that locks are for everyone. Well, whose hair can lock? Let me just say, for everyone whose hair can lock, if your hair can lock, locks are for you. Do whatever you want with your locks. But I think that if you have just the right amount of patience, because guys, that first year to 6 months to a year, oh darling, I feel like I've shown those photos of me before, and in videos that I've created about my locks, I looked like a para. I looked like a para who lives in like empty and taxi rank. I just looked unkept. But you have to embrace every stage of the journey. Now that I look at that, I'm like, crazy. That was a crazy time, but I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I stuck with that, because now this is the reward. This is the reward. Would you cut your dreadlocks or undo them for an afro? I don't want to say no, I don't want to say yes. I'm in between currently. I don't know, and it's not even a thing of like versatility. I've done things with my locks, I've dyed my locks, I've done styles over my locks, I've done things over my locks. Like, I don't know, but I miss my afro so much. It's not because like my hair is boring me or I'm tired of it. I just miss my afro. I just miss my afro so much. But I think so. I think that also, like I said, a lot of the women in my immediate family have had dreadlocks. They've kind of followed the same pattern of starting dreadlocks for a good long time, cutting them, familiarizing yourself without dreadlocks, then being like, actually, I had a good where I was, and then they've gotten dreadlocks again. So I might follow in their footsteps of doing that whole process. Very tedious, I know, but like, I feel like you always think the grass is greener on the other side until you jump there and you're like, there's thorns here. But one thing I will say I enjoyed about having dreadlocks, not paying that much money for hair products. Darling, conditioner, leave-in conditioner, deep conditioner, so many products. With this, I just need a spray, I just need a shampoo, I just need a conditioner and something for my scalp, and I'm good. And gel for when I do my own maintenance. But the top 3 products for hair growth: genetics. I'm so sorry, guys. The rate at which your hair grows is determined by your genetics, but what you can do is retain your length. If you have an afro, moisturize your hair. How do you do that? With water. And then you want to seal in your moisturization. How do you do that? With either a cream or an oil. So what I used to do when I had my afro, make sure it was wet, put in leave-in conditioner, put in some oil, and then what? Protective stuff. Twists, amanqanqa, bantu twists, bantu knots, all that stuff. Though that's what I did for my hair, and I saw it was growing more than when it wasn't. I never used to take out my hair too much towards like the end, because also I was busy, dude. The last time I had my afro was in like matric, and I was busy, so I just had it in like braids and stuff. I used to do a lot of braid outs, a lot of twist outs, a lot of like bantu knots outs, if that's the thing. So I don't think that there's a such thing as products for hair growth, but I think there are products for hair retention, and it's to moisturize, keep your scalp clean. Like I said, keep your scalp clean, all that stuff. Do you have any tips to keep the ends of your hair healthy? No, because one thing about me, if I see like, I don't have any because I cut them off, but you know those like little ends that are this big and it's like it's hanging on by one strand of hair, I cut those off because those I feel like aren't contributing to the health of my hair. And sometimes they snag on clothes, they snag on zips, and then like they pull the rest of the dreadlock, pulling my hair. Now that's painful. But if you have like an end that's struggling, I really don't have any that I can kind of show you guys, because one thing about me, I keep these ends healthy, wallet. I think keeping hair healthy in general, moisturize. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but moisturize. But yeah, moisturize and just snipping off those struggling ends, because it's kind of, I don't want to say split ends, but like the split ends part, just cut it off. Did that thing, did it. As an African lady, what's your opinion on non-natural black hairstyles, i.e. a blonde weave? I don't have any opinions on that. I feel like women should be able to express themselves with their hair no matter how much they want. I know that there's like this whole theory that like how you wear your hair is indicative to, sorry about that. I know that it's like ideology that how you wear your hair is indicative to like your anti-blackness or your blackness. I don't think it's that deep anymore. Like I've heard people with dreadlocks be the most internally anti-black people ever, and you get so shocked because you're in that mentality. Also, I've met girls and have conversations with girls who have a bust down blonde wig, but she's definitely like a Mandela. I don't really care. Do whatever you want with your hair, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you decide to relax it, relax it. If you decide to keep it natural, keep it natural. You want to chop it off, chop it off. You put a blonde wig on, put that blonde wig on. You want to put dreadlocks on, guys, let me tell you right now, I want a wig right now where I'm sitting. I look on TikTok and YouTube at those videos of those American hairstylists where they put dreadlocks under a wig, and I'm like, wow, I need to girl boss to that level, guys, because just because I'm doing dreadlocks doesn't mean I don't want a wig, you know what I mean? So I don't really think it's that deep anymore. Do whatever you want, darling. It's literally your head, and hair grows back. Hair comes, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Well, in my opinion. It's snake and some dreads. What are you saying? It's snake and some dreads. Tatapi mama. It's snake. What is that? I don't know what you're saying. It's snake and some dreads. I think this is Zulu. I don't know what you're saying here, but I think you're maybe saying the idea of dreadlocks. My mom and my sister. It's snake and some dreads. What word is this? I'm not about to use Google Translate for this word because that's hella embarrassing, but I think I have to. I absolutely have to. I don't know what this person is. Snake. Huh? Putini. The patience. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not what that word. That's not the word we use. But the patience for dreadlocks. Hey, I didn't have it. Hey, I didn't have the patience for dreadlocks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said before, at some point I was like, I made a mistake here. But I think it's just because like I used to twist a lot more than I do now. So I used to retwist, put it in styles, and then leave it. I think that's also the thing. If you feel like you don't have the patience for it, hide it, tuck it away. All that stuff, and then when you're at an acceptable length, carry on with your hair. So that's like to build confidence, because that short phase is really awkward. It really is an awkward phase. So to remedy that, twist it up, keep it going, keep it pushing, babe. Next question. Not a question. Your locks and how you style them is so cool. It's one of the things I love most about you. Hey! Thank you so much. Would you guys rate this out of 10? It better be a 12. If it's not a 12, I will personally find you and remove you as a subscriber. Okay? I'm joking. When did you notice growth? I started noticing growth every time I did my hair, because obviously it was more weighed down, it was more twisted, the length was twisted. So every time like I do my hair, even now I was doing my hair for this and I was like, oh, my hair is really grown. But yeah, every time I do my hair, I do like see the growth, because I think it's because I wait so long in between the retwists. So yeah, I do. That's when I see the growth. How did you style your hair when they were still small? Whatever twisting style the lady who was doing my hair, whatever they think is what I normally went with, they keep the styles. And I've seen a lot more people now, like especially the girlies, they have their styles and they're normally flat because they're smaller, and then they put a wig on top. And I think like that's so creative, because then they come out with these long locks or like shoulder length locks, and people are like, when did you start your locks? And I was like, I've had these for 3 years. You just didn't know because I put them under my waist. So if you're into that route, you can do that as well. I feel like that's pretty cool. How did you decide on the thickness? I didn't. I sat in the chair and I said I want to start locks, and the guy did his thing. I shouldn't have let him though, because there are some that are really thick over here because of the dampness and the thickness of my hair. Then on the sides and the back, they're not the same like size. So there are some of them where I feel like I could split them, but I feel like I'm also too deep in this. But I didn't decide on the thickness. But I think that's my advice to you guys. Decide on the thickness. Agree with the person. If they can pre-pot and you can just check, do that. That's something I didn't do. I don't regret it, but it's just a thing of like, oh damn, I wish I knew. Tips for keeping your lint out of your hair. You see that bonnet? You see that satin scarf? Those need to be your best friends. If I'm not filming content, if I'm not taking photos, if I'm not at school, if I'm not outside, I'm inside. At the moment, I'm inside the house, whether it be at home, at my grandparents' house. Here, I have that bonnet on me at all times because I'm trying to keep lint. I mean, I have messed up at the back a bit, but that's okay. But other than that, I really try my absolute best to get lint and dirt and build up out of my hair as much as possible. Tips for caring for your locks after dyeing them. One thing about me, when people say locks aren't versatile, I will literally slap you across the face, because I've done so many things. I've done normal braids with my locks, I've done peekaboo braids with beads with my locks, I've done locks over locks, I've dyed my hair so many different colors. What you need to make sure that you're doing is, once again, moisturizing your hair from the shower to when you're doing your hairstyle. So for dye specifically, hair dyes, normally like box hair dyes, what I use in Necto, they normally have that little sachet of protein conditioner. I normally have another deep conditioner to put on top of that and let that sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then as my hair is like damp, it's not wet, it's not dry, when it's damp, put on some hairspray and then let your hair vibe out. That's what I normally do. Yeah guys, those are all the questions. Oh my gosh, thank you so much guys for all the questions. You see, if you want to be included in stuff like this where I ask people questions for Q&As, follow my Instagram. I've been telling you guys, when I'm not on here, I'm on other social media platforms. Okay, but thank you so much for this video guys. If you like this video, please make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content. And also tell me, do you guys like these lock videos? Do you guys want me to do more of these? Like, what are we thinking, cuties? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.